Right, hello, welcome back to ClubRackets.com, and today we're doing a video about the new Victor Badminton strings. So Victor have brought over to the UK 5 new badminton strings that we've been having a look at. There's the VBS 66 Nano, the VBS 63, the VBS 68, VBS 68 Power and the VBS 70. They've all got different characteristics. I've strung up some rackets, some thruster Fs, and been having a go with them over the last couple of weeks. Put a different string in each one. I'm here with Paul Stewart today from the Badminton Coach YouTube channel. He strings for the pros and he's going to give me a hand talking about the strings.
Looking forward to it, Ian. As head stringer for Victor UK, I've been using these strings for quite some time now. Well, stringing at the Spanish Masters, a lot of Victor professional players were using these strings, all choosing different strings for different reasons, and you'll find out a little bit more about that later.
Okay, so if you want to get your hands on some of these strings, there's 2 ways to do it. First of all, I'm doing a great giveaway where we're giving away one of these Victor Team Denmark shirts with Anders Antonsen on the back and 10 sets of Victor strings. So all you have to do to enter the giveaway is like my Facebook page, and there will be a random draw worldwide for the winners. First prize for this and another 10 prizes for sets of strings, and I'll do that around the 10th of May. So the other way is there's going to be a discount code on the end of the video for your first order of Victor equipment from ClubRackets.com. Right, so the thinnest of the Victor strings is the VBS 63. I found it very pleasant to play with. It was especially good around the front of the court. The touch around the net is fantastic. It's got good power, crisp hitting feel, without being too powerful that you're always going to hit it out of the back. I think it's just very nice for control, even though it's such a thin string. What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, I agree with you actually. It's a very, very bright string. It doesn't feel too thin either. Sometimes if you get the 62, 61 gauge, it can feel very cutty on a shuttle. So this is a happy medium really all round. Used by Robin Tabeling, who's from Holland. He tried all the strings out and that was his string of choice.
Okay, the second of the strings that we tried out is the 66 Nano, so slightly thicker than the 63. I found it quite nice. It's a little bit harder than the 63. Didn't suit my game quite as much. It's still got nice power, excellent control around the net again. But for me, it's not quite got the crisp feeling of the 63.
For me, it's one of my favourites. Found it very, very sharp to use, very responsive. Plays lovely around the net, lots of power, favoured by a lot of the European Victor sponsored players. Been a great string, lovely to string with as well.
Right, so we're moving up to the slightly thicker gauge strings, the 6.68 gauge strings here. So we've got the 68. The 68 is quite a hard feeling string, so for those of you who kind of like the feel of BG80, this might be the one for you to go with. Very solid hitting feel, nice to play with.
68 is my favourite string out of the range. I love the hard feel on it. It's very, very responsive, great on impact, very powerful, but lasts quite a long time as well, so there's quite a bit more durability in that string. Favoured by Hans Christian Solberg Vittingoose and Anders Antonsen.
So the next 68 gauge string is 68 Power. It's a bit softer feeling than the 68, a bit more repulsion power. For me, it just lacked a little bit of that control and precision. Perhaps that's my game, but I didn't like it quite as much as the 68. I think the 68 will be a lot more popular. But if you're a fan of the more high repulsion strings, I think this might be for you.
It's again another good string. The 68 gauge is favoured by a lot of people, so that's why you see a number of brands have a number of 68 gauge. Most of the players tend to go for the other strings rather than the 68 power, but it is a lovely softer feel, so perhaps it's better for a club player than an international pro.
Right, so the last of the strings we tested was the VBS 70, which is a 0.7 gauge string, so it's the thickest of them. It's designed for durability, but for me it was a big surprise that I found this one to be my favourite. I love the way it gives you a big sweet spot, it gives you a nice smooth hitting feel, gives you good power straight away, and I think it'll last, which is important for a club player, and it maintain its tension and be consistent.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that the VBS 70 is going to be very, very popular indeed. Very durable string, powerful at the same time, favoured by Kirsty Gilmore from Scotland. It's fantastic to string with as well, so I think it's going to be a big favourite.
Right, so after having tried out the strings for a couple of weeks, there's definitely a couple of favourites for me. They're all really good, I have to say. They're much better than the previous Victor strings that we had a few years ago. The VBS 70, the thick one, I'm going to be using that again. I think it's kind of similar to the strings I'm used to using, the BG65 Ti from Yonex. Definitely recommend that one. And also, I really like the thinnest one too, the VBS 63. The hit and feel, the hit and sound was very nice. Great control and touch around the net. So those are my two favourites. How about you, Paul?
Well, for me, the surprise of the package really was the VBS 63. I've had very little experience with this so far, even though I've restrung quite a number of rackets for professionals. I've not had the chance to play with it myself, so really enjoyed that, and I agree with everything Ian said about it. My favourite has to be the 68. That's a string I'm using at the moment. Really, really like that. But I can see the 70 again being popular. So I think all of these are very, very good indeed, and I think they're going to be great when you try them.
So to enter the giveaway I mentioned earlier in the video, to win this lovely Team Denmark shirt, it'll have Anders Antonsen's name printed on the back with the Victor V. We'll get you one in the right size once we know who's won. And the other prizes, there's 10 sets of Victor string to give away. All I need you to do is go to my Facebook page, the link is in the bio or just down below here. Like the page, find the post where I launched this video, and comment about which string you'd like to try. So if you want to try the VBS 70, you can just put VBS 70. If you want to try the VBS 63, just put VBS 63. Then when it gets to about the 10th of May, I'll download a list of everyone who's liked my Facebook page, and I'll do a random draw for all the prizes. If you can't wait until then, or if you just want to buy any Victor kit from me, like this lovely Victor Team Line shirt or any of the Victor rackets we've got, then just pop on the website and enter the discount code VBS10 to get 10% off your first order. So remember to subscribe to our channel for more videos and giveaways. We've got some really good ones coming up, and remember to subscribe to Paul's channel as well. He's really knowledgeable about badminton. If you want to find out about rackets and coaching tips and training, then that's a good place to go.